Fun Benoit again, and I have fixed my microphone. I apologize for my intro video, but I don't want to refilm it, and my microphone was unfortunately bad. But today I am going to talk about penis size, because I've gotten many messages about this from my viewers, and I always meant to do a video about it, and I thought this would be a good first topic. So, the big question, does size matter? Well, honestly, this is a very personal question, I guess. It depends on the girl. For me, unfortunately, yes, it absolutely, really does. But there are a lot of qualifiers to that, which I will explain. I don't know, on the internet and, through non-personal discussions, I've heard, it doesn't matter, girls say, it doesn't matter. But to be honest, from every single girl I've ever personally known and had a personal discussion with, it does. I'm very sorry, but it actually does. Every girl I've known that I've had a conversation with, and I like to have sex conversations with my friends who are girls, it's just what we do, I'm like that. It matters. And basically what I can boil it down to from personal experience from the comments I've heard, if you have a really big dick, it does feel better to a certain point. There is an upper limit. But yeah, it does feel better. And basically what it allows you to do is be lazy as hell. Because if you have a big dick, it just lets you be lazy. If you have an average sized dick, and I will go with the medical term of average here, which is about what I think, which is 5.1 to 5.9 inches, so if you're doing the center, it's 5.5, you're going to have to work a little bit harder with your technique. And that's just how it is. If you've got more than that, and honestly my personal experience is maybe above 7, absolutely above 8, because then you've got a big dick, then you can be lazy as hell, because no matter what you do, as long as you're moving, it'll feel good. And that's just how it is. But, yeah, big dick lets you be lazy. And average dick means you have to work it harder. Small dicks, we're talking under 4, above 2, you may have some problems. And I've gotten messages from people saying, what do? I have a very small penis, what do I do? There are tricks, and this video is going to be split into a few parts. First, I'm going to talk to guys who have under average penises. Next, we're going to go over average, because honestly, there are tips for both of you to make things better, because people may think, massive dick, he's got a huge dick, giant dick, it'll be fine, girls will love it. There are actually problems that you would not think of. So if you've always wondered, I wish I had a massive cock, it's not actually as much of a blessing as you think in certain areas, depending on what you like and how careful you want to be. So I will talk about that too. So first, guys with the smaller penises, let's go average to maybe sub-average. So we'll go between like 6 and 2 inches. Honestly, for guys under 2, I do not have any experience in this area. I cannot say anything for you guys personally, so I'm sorry, but I can't help you if you happen to have a dick under 2 inches, so I'm sorry. But anybody between 2 and 6, this is for you. Basically, you're going to have to work harder on technique, because unless you have really good girth, because girth is important. If you have good girth, you're probably okay. It will feel good. If you don't, this may be an issue. If you're under 5 inches, for me personally, and this would be different for all women, if you can't reach in as far as just beyond the G-spot on whatever girl it is you're having sex with, it's not going to feel quite satisfying or quite right. At least in my personal experience. It's just not quite there, because that is part of it, and that's really, to be crude and blatantly honest, the feeling of getting fucked has got to go in past a certain point. And if it doesn't, then it's not going to feel quite right. Now, there are things you can do about this, because I've been asked before in messages, I have a small penis, what can I do in the way of positions? Basically, you want to do anything that will maximize how far in you can get, and that is very important. Missionary is decent. As I always say, for anybody, it's average, it's your default go-to. I like it. It always works regardless for anybody. For me, I'm quite a fan of Missionary. People say it's boring, but honestly, I like it okay. But if you have a smaller penis and you really want to try and get in there, a few things you can do. First off, I don't know, I find that doggy style is actually decent for this. As far over as you can bend your partner is good. The other one that actually is good for getting deeper is have her lie on her back and maybe prop her butt up a little bit with something, or have her on a couch and you on your knees in front of the couch. Put her legs on your shoulders. If she's very flexible, then you can basically do it lying down on a bed and bend her legs up so her knees are coming close to her shoulders. And that will actually give you a lot more in. That is also a very good one for getting in. Aside from those, every other position is so-so. Some are better than others, but two I recommend. Doggy style is always good, and absolutely legs up as far as they can go. Because those will give you more penetration, more chance to actually get in far enough for her to feel satisfied about it. So if you're wondering, those are the ones. Now, one recommendation I can give for guys who have small penis who are extremely self-conscious about it is basically don't act like you are. When you're approaching a girl, they don't know how big your dick is. They have no idea until they whip it out. That's just how it is. So don't act like you're already selling yourself short before the point where you even get naked with a girl. Basically, have confidence, own it, just feel like, I'm sexy, I can do this. Because honestly, if you're worried about basically taking your dick out and having a girl laugh at it, the chances of this happening are extremely slim. I don't know, I can't say this for every girl. I'm sure some girls are horrifying bitches, but for me personally, if I've already gotten that far with someone, I'm gonna do it. So, if you can take this as a marker, if, if a girl is gonna sleep with you, then probably if she's gotten that far to actually getting it out and you're already there, she's probably gonna go through with it. I don't guarantee she'll do it again, but you will get lucky that night, more than likely. I'm talking like probably at least 75-80%. If she's wanting to sleep with you, she will probably sleep with you at that point. So you're not going to really have to worry about whipping it out and a girl going, oh my god, that's so small, that's hilarious. She's not going to do that. She will sleep with you probably if she's gotten to that point. She wants to have sex, you're there, she will have sex with you. Now, one thing that you shouldn't do, and this is the biggest marker, if you basically don't want to let people know that you have what you feel, at least, is a small penis, then don't be overconfident about it. Don't go, oh yeah, my dick is 2 feet long, because you know what? Every guy I've known who's ever done that, I honestly suspect of having a small penis, and honestly from personal experience, being overly macho about your whole being, and as well your dick size, usually is an immediate marker that tends to be true that you have, in fact, a small penis. So being really overly masculine, overly macho, overly confident is actually a bad thing. Just own yourself, be confident about yourself, and do not go overboard, because the biggest marker of having a small dick is actually going overboard, because people think, and it's frequently true, you are overcompensating for something. Being underconfident about things is less of a marker, because honestly, even the guys I've known who have had the biggest penises tend to not feel really secure about it. Because in general, a lot of guys, and I didn't say most guys, are, no matter what, insecure about how big their dicks are. And they think about it, especially when they're younger. When they're older, it seems to be something that eventually you grow out of. You're just like, this is the way it is, I own it. But when you're younger, maybe under 30, yeah. But in any case, don't be overly macho about it, and try not to be underconfident, because honestly, if you get a girl that far, she will probably sleep with you.